medicines being dispensed from Alain, from Al-Raba, from SKMC, all these hospitals, right? Now, if there is an issue with any of the delivery, the patients call our contact center.
Okay, that is a contact center.
Yeah. So our contact center has a system, like your Oracle Fusion, we have a system wherein we have the visibility of all the deliveries.
Got it.
And based on that, we are able to advise the patient that, okay, you will be receiving your delivery in so and so time. In case somebody calls up and says, what is the status of my prescription, then I have my pharmacist. On that system, they will pull up the prescription and they can discuss it. In case if the patient says, I want to change the medication, or do you have another brand or something, the pharmacist is able to help them out. Now, there are certain scenarios wherein the patient says that I ordered 3 bottles, but you only sent me 1. Now, the agent will open the system, they will see the order that we sent out 3 bottles. That's what it says. But he cannot confirm it. So what he will do, he will then raise a request to the dispensing pharmacy. Whether it was done from Alain Hospital, or it was done from Tamam Hospital, or it was from Rahaba or SKMC. Now the dispensing pharmacist over there takes that request, responds back on that. Our agent takes that response, calls up the patient, and confirms.
Okay.
Okay? So, ये जो information से उधर गई है, for that transfer of the information, we are also in the process of deploying the Helix, BMC Helix system.
Okay, it's in the other one. Just a quick question. Then on Genesis, it's a outbound communications as well? Both. Just the calls.
Yes.
And what about in future, maybe, or immediately, if you want to include WhatsApp or text messages?
That can be plugged into Genesis itself.
That will be plugged into Genesis, because we have to keep that option open as well. Got it, clear. And that's why I think, which is where I asked Atul also to join in, because all the info on the orders, the deliveries, the payments, and all these things will get put from Oracle for us.
But before we do that, we need to first of all, line out as to what type of queries do you expect your people will be calling on. So like we discussed, there will be 2 types. One will be a supplier, one will be the customer.
That's right. Which one? 1, 2, 3.
This is fine.
Now, maybe the other, there are a lot of spare laptops.
Okay. He's here. I forgot his name.
The guy who entered the
He
laptop.
just came on. Yeah.
He doesn't work for Apple. Doesn't
No, he used to work with TLC before.
He must be.
Some Abdullah.
Don't take a while, yes.
No, his name is something like that only.
So the first thing is we need to first of all identify, one is your customer profile, who will be reaching out to you, one is your supplier profile.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
Now, if we do a role play, for example, you are the agent, okay? The customer, you are the customer, you call up Rafid. Now what all could be? Al-Kalban. Yes, Hamdan is his name.
I thought you're showing the questions.
I'm side ही निकाल दिया भाई.
We have the updated FAQs.
Must be having yours also.
So we have the updated FAQs as well, which I'll share with the team, which the TOS has also approved. But just hold that thought for a minute. I'll take a step back. So it is, of course, the bigger chunk of queries and questions will be around UPP. But Rafid is much more than UPP. It's just not UPP. Because like, for example, Seha, SKMC, we are doing the full end-to-end procurement, right? And which is where the chunk of suppliers and that part of business will be huge. So all those suppliers also will be calling on this number. To start with, we don't expect, because it will be like more of UPP promotion, but then if the word goes out, people will start calling. Correct.
Yeah.
So for that part of the business, I think what will happen is that the customers, that is Seha and SSMC, they will not call in here, probably because they already know the specific point of contact, so they will directly reach out to them. Even for UPP, the big groups and the big pharmacies or the healthcare providers have dedicated key account managers. So if they have any queries, they will probably, those guys will be the first point of contact. this customer connect or this contact center is mostly for the small street pharmacies, which is going to be in the range of about 500-ish. So because where it's not possible for the existing team to have a one-to-one communication, one-to-one connect. And that's where these guys will be calling more often. And the nature of queries these guys might have would be very trivial, very basic, more about understanding UPP, how this will happen, how that will happen. So that's where our initial expectation is.
Okay, so with regards to this particular thought that you have dedicated account managers also for bigger players,
Yeah.
Just collate the list of all the account managers, share it with the agents,
Yes.
because there could be a possibility that one of these big players would like
Very
to
well.
reach out, but they
Yeah.
don't have the number of the contact manager, and they'll say, okay, DK, let's call 800 after.
Correct. What will happen is the central connect of the big player or the big HCP will know someone, but the facility, small
They might
facility somewhere in Alain or somewhere else might not know.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
might have a very trivial issue. They will definitely escalate to the central team. But if they want to connect, then they can contact.
Yeah.
And I think in the contact list that Jimmy had shared, we have the updated.
It has the full details, and currently the new camps have also joined. We'll be updating that list. I mean, we'll be also sharing that.
Okay, all right.
So cams and which cam is mapped to which account.
Okay, that's
I think we can also share them directly the other details also. You know, that online Excel which you share, which you
Yes.
in the supply
Yeah,
chain.
the like Excel, yes.
That has all the details regarding the contact people of healthcare providers, the suppliers, all the 60 suppliers of UPP. UPP alone, all the data we have in place. So that everything is all interconnected and everything can be done. So I can share the access for that to you guys, so you'll be able to access them. We can have an idea what's happening with that.
Okay, great.
The read access.
Yeah, read
Of
access.
course, yeah.
But over here, one more thing is that you guys will, apart from this thing, but the other chunk which you're also expecting is regarding the supplies will be calling in. Because when we were basically in Aldar also, lots of day-to-day calls will come in. For example, we are a curtain distributor. We want to associate with you guys for curtains. We are stationery guys. We want to associate with you for stationery. So like that, so many calls used to come. And the funny part is that many of them used to call. There was the Crown Office.
Okay.
Basically, we thought initially it's the Crown Prince Office. So that's how they call it. So this kind of thing should be verified from the stage, and if it is necessary, it should be directly diverted to the CEO's office or things like that. Otherwise, from there itself, you have to cut it short and ask them to send it to the tenders team or.
So see, for
Like
these
lots
kind of
those
requests-
kind of junk calls will come. That's a lot.
Yeah, so for these kind of queries, we need to have a certain standard request. Like, for example, the tender's office's email ID is this, please send in your request or whatsoever to them.
Correct.
But coming back to your point of, the 500 pharmacies calling up with trivial matters, what kind of trivial matters would that be?
Basically, I think to start with, I would expect more clarity on the UPP. Because
Okay.
how this program was rolled out, the DOH did 2-3 townhouses wherein they had, town hall meetings wherein they invited all of them. But of course, then if you're a small pharmacy, you get overshadowed by the big ones. And that's why you might not raise any questions, any queries or clarification. So they would know something about UPP, but probably I'm assuming they will not be very clear about it.
Their questions will be more like, what is UPP? Why was we not called for the
Town hall.
How do we get the login access for the DOH, this thing? Okay, once if you go there, how does it work? When should we send a forecast to you guys? Why this forecast has more items but we don't have these items? Those kinds of things. Basically, we have a forecast item.
3,000 products?
3,000 products approximately. We have
No, we have the number. It's 3,025, I think, or 3,000 for the product itself.
It keeps on changing every
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
So again, on those number, they can come up like, or before the vaccines was the one which we received. Now we have not received the one with the vaccines. Why the vaccines have been removed? So, those kinds of questions will come up. So basically, all these things again, because right now we are getting all this email as emails, and I'm the one who's responding to it. So all the emails which are getting are these kinds of questions come from the small pharmacies.
So to resolve these questions, there would be certain textual answers which you guys have already you have with you, like what is UPP and why was it not?
We have basically what we received. We created like FAQ question, which
Okay.
what is the program, what we're providing, what the aim of program is to unify the price and everything. So it's
From the
almost
FAQ document, right?
Yes.
So we'll share the updated one with you.
Yeah, because which we have, I think it's not updated. It's even I got it from the internet. I searched by the circular, and it showed me the file itself.
Now actually 5 minutes, 10, just a 30
Just 30 minutes ago, we got the updated version 3.
Okay.
So we'll share that one.
So now the second point is that are there any questions which you receive for which you have to access some system?
See, normal queries, no access is required.
Okay, fine. Go to textual, okay, that's done. But
Yeah.
is there any specific?
Also because these are big groups, so we usually don't need access to the system because we know everything by heart, right? Because right now only the big groups are implemented.
Okay.
So
okay.
we already know
But-
what's happening.
But going forward, do you think there will be people calling up for certain queries for which the agent might need to access the system and then respond back?
Definitely.
Yeah. The orders, why this was delivered less, why this is not delivered.
And that is the Oracle Fusion?
That's the Oracle. That's where we learn Oracle.
Okay.
And by the way, if the number
Oracle
is
Fusion, is it, it works on all complete your health network?
Yeah.
Salam Street Mutual Contact Center? and all
Yeah,
that?
even if it is not your network, also they're not doing access. So you need to have just the access.
And in this Oracle Fusion, can you create like read-only access log
Yeah.
IDs? Okay. Because we will have to create those for our agents.
So what we were thinking, we will, this was his suggestion itself, that we will create specific dashboards that is only for the agents.
Ah, fantastic. That is
So on
fantastic.
those dashboards you select, is it a healthcare provider or is it a supplier?
Yeah.
Depending on that
Yeah,
selection, the tree will flow.
Yeah.
Yes, that'll be fantastic. What they need to know, that should be only, that only
Correct.
we should provide. That's all.
So the idea was that you select whether it's a healthcare provider or a supplier, verify 2-3 key things, and if all those 3 things match, then that information will get displayed. So let's say I'm Burjeel, I'm calling, this is my VAT registration number, I give these things, and that's where I'll see all the information of Burjeel. Yeah.
So basically, now if we were to look at your IVR, okay, the 800 Rafid, somebody calls on this particular IVR, first we say the welcome message, okay, in Arabic and in English, okay.
Language selection.
Then we do language selection, okay. Now, after language selection,
New or existing customer or whatever.
okay, so do
Are you
want
already
to-
working with Rafid or do you want to get associated with Rafid?
So is it for the customer side or is it for the
Could be anything, could be anyone.
Achha.
That's why are you already associated with Rafid or you want to get more information about how to work with Rafid?
So how can we make it a short one?
it cannot be like healthcare or supplier or others.
If you're an existing healthcare or supplier, then press 1.
How?
If you want to,
Exactly.
if you want to work with Rafid,
Yes.
then press 2.
So it can be like
For existing healthcare supplier.
yeah.
Supplier or provider.
Or,
Okay, press 1 and the other one would be for new.
Yeah, for new associations.
Okay. Now under the healthcare supplier and provider, what could be the different reasons for them calling? For like say for the existing healthcare supplier, if they are calling up,
Payment related,
okay,
the number 1.
okay,
Delivery related.
So this is when in this step you split between whether you're a healthcare provider or a supplier.
here.
Yeah. You split again.
Yeah, I have two choices.
Yes.
I have two choices. Like one
What is
will
the
be the
difference between
supplier
queries
and
for
one
the
choice
supplier
for provider. For healthcare, sorry.
Correct. Healthcare providers and then suppliers.
Suppliers for the choices, because it will be different inquiries.
You will know actually what the most of the
Exactly.
calls it comes from suppliers or the healthcare providers.
So if we are saying for existing healthcare supplier, press 1, for provider, press 2, for new associations, press 3.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
For supplier, press 1, provider, press 2, for new associations, press 3. Okay, so now under the existing supplier, supplier related questions you said could be for the payment related.
Delivery.
Supplier is payment and
Delivery.
Delivery for supplier.
supplier will not call for delivery.
Someone will call for delivery.
He will call them for delivery.
Supplier not.
They will happily skip that part. They will call for payment and
Maybe register.
sorry.
Escalation or complaint.
Yes, that could be one. You were saying something?
I mean registration.
That would
That's
be
for the new
third.
For the third one.
So right now what we're getting from suppliers is payment is not yet due, so nobody is following up with the payments. But then yes,
But eventually it will.
eventually they will. Payments is one. The other is that they keep on calling us that I tried to deliver, but the customer didn't accept it.
So delivery related.
So yes, delivery issues or something like that. We can do that.
Okay. What else?
Complaint and solution.
Complaints?
Any other issues, right?
Okay, fine. And with regards to provider?
Provider will be order status, order slash deliver status.
Order / delivery status, okay.
And then or maybe we should say about an delivered order or an upcoming order. So if they have an issue of the order which is already delivered, they got less amount, less quantities, damaged products.
Order
You
and
can
delivery
add this
status
as a
manager, no?
complaint as
I
well.
can follow up.
Yeah, I think follow-up.
Order follow-up.
It will be more split.
Yeah.
Status and the other one any query.
Both.
Any other queries.
Oh, so it can be for follow up.
Directly keep it.
Any other query?
Yeah,
In case if you want to bifurcate further, you can do it in future also, right?
yeah,
Ah.
that's fine then.
Depending upon any particular queries coming in, if you want to route it to a different channel, you can do it out.
Okay. Then these two and the new associations?
No, we have still healthcare facilities. Healthcare
Providers. Healthcare providers.
providers.
Supplier,
Ah.
healthcare
Those are
providers.
providers.
These are healthcare providers. This is healthcare suppliers.
Suppliers.
Now new associations.
Directly, yeah,
Direct to agent.
direct the customer care agent.
Direct.
Okay.
Don't you think that will be too easy?
That's all right.
No, because thing is that, once if, for example, now I am a person, I know if I'm going to press B, I can get directly connected much faster. I mean, when I'm calling Emirates MBD, for example, okay, when I see there is an option where I can directly speak to it, whatever happens, I directly go and connect to it. No, that's what I do.
But I believe that's
And they have to
when
help me out, correct?
For Shafafia, we have nothing.
Huh?
Shafafia, we will not have any.
Shafafia details will be coming with the delivery. Delivery or the plus one, this portion.
Do we need to mention anything regarding to Shafafia as a choice? We will keep it for us.
No, it will be coming below it if there's a delivery requirement or this thing like
What is Shafafia?
Shafafia, it's the website or portal for which they tracking all the requests.
So all the requests that basically comes into delivery or order. So that
But
is-
our agents, as agreed, they will not have any access to Shafafia, right?
that one no, because that is once you get the Shafafia list, the position orders or even the drug list, all the details will be updated to the table which we're talking about right now. The what's the thing's name? Python. For the thing.
Which one?
Power BI.
Okay.
That thing.
So Power BI, now we will not give them access now.
Shafafia. The drug list, right?
Not Shafafia drug list, the Shafafia portal, the one which you have used. that only limited to 2 or 3 people in the company. So already we have maximized everybody for us.
So if there is any inquiry, would be regarding Shafia. There is specific people who
See,
are going to have contact.
those kinds
with
of thing, if for example now other thing is the suppliers will call you, like for example now I'm having a supplier calling me today and asking, you know what, right now City Farms is not the distributor for this, I'm the one who's distributor for this. What should I do? So directly the loop which we do is very simple. Contact if you're a UPP provider, inform the respective, we give an email ID which is
Do you have these
UPC-UAE.
questions?
No, I'm just recording now.
No. So right now, okay, the type of inquiry that you're receiving right now and sampling from from your answers, we need all of this.
Yes.
Yes, he will share the updated.
You will share the updated.
with all the new
And
queries.
also the recent past, I think I've already shared all the questions which are received as of right now. I'll be also sharing the other ones which you're receiving.
Okay.
Okay.
So you'll have an idea.
Okay.
So regarding the suppliers connecting with us, if it's a UPP, we'll ask them directly get connected with the DOH team. Ask them for an update. If it is updated, it's fine. Meanwhile, our agent on the back end, see, because different things happen differently. So if it is the update mix, that updated, ask them to also share a copy to us as well. We'll provide the email ID whom to share it with.
Okay.
Like that. Even forecast related matters, we'll give a forecast related email ID. So like that they can actually forward it across and they can get it down that.
Okay.
Okay, but yet, we didn't have any sample of templates or forms they have to fill just to differentiate in case of receiving any email, or if we receive someone who's telling I'm sent the email, I filled the form, the details. Then now it's not clear for us.
Which
There are no forms as such.
No
There is
form.
only one form, which is an onboarding form, which is more for the HCP.
Okay.
For vendor onboarding,
that they will not call you. That we have behind them to update us. Send it back to
Okay,
us.
and in case of like new registration,
yes.
yeah, until moment we don't have a clear form or a clear
For
way
new-
to advise people how to
New
register.
registration, if it is UPP related, if it's a supplier, ask them to connect it with UH.
Okay.
Okay, if it's non-UPP, then it comes into the 4 categories: general services, medical consumables, medical equipments, and pharma.
Okay.
Okay, so depending upon that, we'll ask them, are you aware of any tenders? If not, if you are not aware, or you just want, because there are many suppliers in the market, they just want to get connected with us, like, just be there on the list.
Yes.
So any tender floating, they'll be getting to know this tender is floated, or as I told, like, we are looking for gloves. Okay, so that time these guys will get connected and they will, that's
But
what it is.
typically, let's say if it's general services, so then is there a contact person wherein all the vendors will contact in our team? The procurement team?
See, the thing is that I'll speak to you later.
Okay, so we'll leave that option currently open.
Okay.
Because we are mostly from the UPB side. From the other procurement side, we'll figure it out what is the immediate flow.
Okay.
Ideally, what will happen is, in any of these case scenarios, we will ask them drop an email to one of these email IDs.
Okay.
As
Sure.
simple as that.
For the verification.
Generally, express your interest on this email ID. If it is UPP, then this. If it is UPP supplier, then this. If it is procurement, then this. We'll give the email ID.
So we'll have to
I've
do
already
this.
shared for UPP the whole list we have shared. Similarly, for the non-UPP also we'll be sharing it. We'll sit internally, we'll check and we'll share. For example, like how we said, gloves. So there's a pattern for gloves. You should drop an email to this. Maybe they have a common email ID. They'll be doing it
Okay.
in that way.
Okay, so that is with regards to the new association. Now going by one item at a time, the healthcare supplier payment related issue.
Yes.
Okay, so for this, what will be the flow? If somebody, what kind of a payment related issue they can say?
So again, we don't know yet, but typical payment issues.
That not
payment is
received.
delayed.
Okay, not received. So if somebody says that I have not received my payment,
Yeah.
then what's the line of action for the agent?
So the agent will look into Oracle, check whether any information or payment is due. If
Okay.
not due, then they will say that, okay, fine, blah, blah, blah is due, not yet due yet. If it is already due, and if it's a payment like paid out status available, then they can say it's already paid, it should be reflecting. If not, then the escalation.
Okay, so over here, like usually what happens is, one is not due, okay? One is due under process,
Yeah,
okay?
correct.
And the other is paid, but not received. Yeah, over here, this particular supplier might say that I have not received it.
Yes.
Can you share the proof of the payment?
UTR and all these. Can you pull up these details?
Yes.
Okay.
That is something which you can confirm from the finance team.
Finance team does it. For example, if you see that new country,
New country.
NCH,
No, if it is available in the Oracle, why to go to the finance?
They need to confirm.
they need to confirm.
Yeah. So anything which is the data related details, we need to confirm from the teams.
Sure.
If they are willing to share it or not.
Sure.
So see over here, now the dependency comes on to the finance team.
Correct.
So the agent at that given moment will tell the supplier that, sir, as per my system, your payment has been released on so and so date. If you have not received it, I will reach out to the finance team and they will share the proof with you.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now when they say
then
that,
we will raise a ticket.
so they will raise a ticket once the system is set up. Okay, so here, raise a ticket. But in the interim, how will they reach out to the finance team?
The accounts payable manager. I mean, there's an accounts payable guy, so they can connect to that team.
So nothing is due yet.
Meaning they will send out an email to them
Yes.
through an
So,
email.
Yeah, I mean, we are having a ticketing or how does it work?
Where? Yeah.
We will have ticketing, but it will come eventually by 14th of September. So we are going live on the 30th of July. In the meantime, how?
Tell me one thing, when a ticket is raised by an agent, can we assign that particular ticket? The customer receives the details, right? That so and so ticket has been raised for your query, correct? Can that same ticket with the details of the query reach out to the accounts payable guy?
Yes,
Yes,
of
yes.
course.
Yeah,
That's where the ticketing system will come into play.
So then why does the agent have to reach out to the guy?
What is saying meanwhile?
Meanwhile,
Till September 14th, we don't have the ticket.
so we are enabling this contact center to go live on the 30th of July. Okay, with the bare minimum, wherein the voice will be active, your phone lines will be active, people will be able to take the calls and respond. This IVR will also not be there as of right now, but they will be able to speak to the suppliers and everybody. So if on say 3rd of August, they receive a call and somebody says in which the agent has to reach out to the finance team, then we need to have all the email IDs of the finance.
We'll provide you the email ID of the accounts
Okay,
payable.
so create the proper SOP that for these kind of queries, these are the responsible people and they will have to reach out.
Okay.
And just a moment, and also for these kind of scenarios, create templates
Okay.
which the agents will simply fill up.
Okay.
Supplier name this, payment due this much amount,
Date, oh.
date this, system status this, supplier
Just
complaint not
simplification.
received.
For me,
and
yes.
something like, query summary.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay, yeah.
Request-
As a unified template for such inquiries.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So that that email goes to the finance team, they very easily in one shot know
Yeah.
What
can
exactly
come in
needed.
and they can respond.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So this is these are the
So once if a ticket is opened or once the square is in, you will be tracking it or will be escalating it? How does it happen? Do we
Yeah.
have- Because we need to have that also. Otherwise, it will
Yes,
be like
yes.
you guys will be just having 10 tickets.
So we're going to create like a tracker through the Excel.
so I'll just
or
give you
something like this.
I'll just show you.
Yeah, we'll make manual in like Excel tracker sheet. Okay, we'll put the inquiry and the number of the patient. Yeah, what the customer. Okay, and
Just
the
when it,
status,
yes, exactly. When it
And
has
team
been sent
leader-
and
team leader
the.
is gonna to follow up with the concerned team from your company to check the status of the tickets. It's closed, pending, and all
Basically
of
now
this.
city pharmacy calls us, they say like,
वो तो better हुआ ना, हल्का सा हुआ ना.
so they call up and tell us that guys, we have 500,000 is pending from you guys. We don't have any info, we don't have any visibility. So ticket is open. So after 5 days again this guy calls up. So meanwhile, this you will be following it up. And we
There is
need-
a follow up will be from the call center, from the team leader from the call center.
Yes.
Okay, he was
And
follow
also
up.
then after that it has to be escalated to the manager. And
Yes.
so we have
So you have to give us that escalation matrix.
okay.
You have to give us the escalation matrix that finance tickets related to payment should be closed within 48 hours. If not, then please escalate to this.
Okay.
Usually, once the system is set up, the system automatically bumps up the ticket. Okay? But
Okay.
till the time the system comes in, I would request that one of you act as a relationship manager. The team leader interacts with you and you internally escalate it with the team till the time the ticketing system comes in. So that the communication is fluid. Because see, in your team, people also don't know who this contact center team is. Some emails are coming to them, they might just ignore it.
True.
Right?
Okay.
So that way it will be better that in the interim period we have this kind of relationship manager in between who is just hand-holding, connecting the two departments till the time the teams also get comfortable on it.
Alright.
And once we get that BMC Helix system, that particular system, so like any ticketing system, be it Zendesk or Helpdesk or anything, they all have certain ticket categories. Okay, you can also define the severity of the ticket. Does it require urgent, or is it medium, or is it less? And then for each type of a workflow, you define your SLAs. That if it's an urgent, it has to be resolved within 4 hours. If
Yeah.
it is medium, it can go up to 24 hours, so on and so forth. Like, जैसे आप लोगों ने, you might have open tickets for IT. So whenever you raise an IT ticket, it asks you for the severity and all, right?
No.
But अच्छा यार ये पूछना है.
I was waiting for it to come up.
طلبي.
I think that we'll just put urgent for everything. And nobody will put give me reply after 20 days. I don't mind.
So basically, in one of our previous organizations, we used to even have how many people are impacted. Like if it's just a one-on-one issue, then fine, the urgency is not. If it's 3 people impacted, it's medium.
but I believe the
If it is
system
10 or
itself
15
can
people
be
impacted with
categorized.
it, then it's definitely a big major issue.
The
right?
impact of the.
So that's how we do that. So in this ticketing system also, we will have all these workflows, SLAs, escalation metrics all defined, and we'll be able to pull out reports in real time as to how many tickets were raised for so and so reason, how many are resolved, how much time it took for them to resolve, and how many are pending, and where are they pending.
Okay.
So those are the things.
Sorry. Also, can we share phone numbers? Us. For an escalation. Email के अलावा
Already shared with them.
phone numbers.
The number is shared. It depends, but now to provide or not, that we have to stop, like, depending upon what happens.
We have some mobile numbers
And
which you should
have
have
all the-
access to.
You have all the mobile numbers.
Yes.
Exclude the chiefs.
But I don't know if we can share it or no. Even when I'm giving the training, I'm advised to give if it's extension or landline. As I don't know if it's allowed for mobile communication or no.
Yeah.
So I advise if we can contact any landline or extension number, which is your office, because for some people it's not accepted to call on mobile phone. I don't know if it's allowed or no. So
Probably
Yeah, see,
if
whosoever phone number you are sharing, let that person know that we are sharing a
Exactly.
number with the contact center, and they should expect the call to come in between this time to this time.
But the people who are shared currently are aware that this will be going on.
then
Aware नहीं उनको proper बता देना.
Yeah, that will.
Don't assume that they know.
But no, I mean, for now we should not. So
done.
yeah, unless and until when we get the
We
ticketing
get-
system and we have that urgent,
Exactly.
probably then the agent should have the access to the mobile number. and
agents
call.
can call us at any point in time. That's why we have given it open to everybody.
I'm
Actually.
talking about that for only. You're talking the
Yeah.
no,
No, agents contact. They already have access to our contact numbers.
not that. Then what's the point of having a call center if we could even call directly?
No, that's what.
Yeah.
I was thinking what escalation are we talking about? No, yeah, that we have.
You will have more calls at the contact center then.
Including excluding the chiefs, they have all the details.
Done. But then also, I would suggest we first see what the matter is, then only escalate it to
Sure,
mobile number.
for sure.
I don't prefer that to give it to the agents. I think this is comes from team leader. Okay,
Yes.
level. Okay, so he will be the point of contact from the call center. Okay, and also one of you guys, you can be the point of contact to us.
Sorry, come again.
I'm not preferred to give any mobile number to the agents. Okay, this should be split to the team leader, and the team leader who's gonna be responsible and the point of contact.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Only one point of contact.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh yes. And all our process
Yeah,
will
the
be
direct
same.
communication from the call center, it only comes from me or Bashar or Peter. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the financial issue, what the SLA will be, so we can update the supplier.
Yeah, so when we say that, it is paid but not received, and we say that, okay, fine, we will reach out to the finance team and they will get back to you. So what kind of a turnaround time should we communicate to the
When we
supplier?
can tell him that expect to get a response, like, because we need to
24
follow up with
hours,
him.
48 hours, how much time?
I think for this, 24 hours should be enough. Just telling whether,
What is the regular
We need to
for
check
you?
with finance team.
we can only,
ठीक है, so
Tell me one thing, if we've paid, if the customer is saying we've paid, can the agent access the
Because that
proof should be
currently-
there online also, no?
Currently, they are actually giving a manual receipt. I don't know why. So that's why I'm not sure whether it has been there or not. So this is the key contacts for PPP, which we've already shared with them.
इतना समय
Yeah, this is what I have.
This one you do not have. This is what we'll give
No,
you
this
access
is new
to.
one, updated.
This one has all the 35 current customers details.
the big ones.
Yeah, the big ones. These are all the small ones. Like individually, we have
So for
captured.
those super groups, you have account managers,
Yes, we have account managers.
the names listed over there.
That is actually given in the other file. So we need to merge it. This is the key account managers for each group. This we got. So for example, now.
Acha, one account manager manages more than one group.
Yeah. So this is the list which we have already shared with you guys.
Okay.
And this is for.
We should have also send the access to Rofin.
Khan. See? Number 4. So automatically everybody's contact numbers are here.
So, अब now see, it has so many names. Aren't they all required? Are they all need to know for the contact center agents?
I don't know, I was
We
asked.
defined L1, L2, L3s.
Yeah,
So yeah.
this needs cleaning.
It's gonna be like, just share the information which is need to know, not good to know. Good to know, हटाओ, but need to know though, so that they can work exactly on what
What?
they need to.
Who you saw? What happened?
SI?
SI is also there.
No.
But that's what I said. They had asked me to initially create this, so I just created everybody.
Okay, no, this needs cleaning, definitely.
What we'll do is just add one more column as L1, L2, L3. In each department, we'll have L1, L2, L3. That's all. And whosoever is not needed, we'll just remove it. For example,
Sure.
Arsh is not needed in the list, and maybe,
Khatib also.
Khatib also.
Yeah. Your Danish
Madam
also.
Bakar is also not needed.
Hajj is not required. That's it.
That's why, yeah, so that we'll do that. We'll decide between us and we'll release.
Okay.
ठीक है, fine. So you.
So we'll clean it and we'll send it to you.
Now.
Send IAS also.
No, because I was informed initially, including. No, they don't
MS is
have.
also.
MS is there, of course.
No, obviously this is the escalation. This is the escalation table.
So the last one is the CEO. They're sending this.
It's there. Name was. Titles are
What's
also
his name?
there.
What's his name?
Mohammed
MMS.
Mustafa Said.
Mohammed Mustafa Said.
But in your list, you do not have the contact number detail. That has been removed.
Ahmad Mustafa Said, which means he's Egyptian, right?
No. What do you mean?
Muhammad Mustafa Said?
Yeah.
It's Arabic name, right?
So he's Egyptian. You're saying? Is he Egyptian? No. Lebanese.
He's Pakistani.
Pakistani.
Yeah.
You have Arabic names?
See, it
So we'll say that's
doesn't
a
matter what name it is, it just matters that it's an Islamic name.
Ah, okay.
It's an Islamic name.
Okay,
That's
now
all.
coming to the next part. One is the payment related, so not received Oracle. Then we have these issues, okay? Delivery issues. So what kind of delivery issues they could have?
Damage,
So
lateness.
This is the supplier.
The item
Supplier will
is
not,
The
will
supplier.
not
First is,
complain about damage.
no, but it's
item has not received is the first item that's going to come.
Not received.
Not received item.
Okay.
Second thing is that if received,
Damaged.
damage or less quantity or more quantity.
Damaged or incomplete quantity.
They are
Yeah.
expiring.
Near expiring.
The, Those are for the supplier. The supplier will complain about this.
No, this is
No, we are
for
talking
customers.
about the delivery for the supplier,
Ah,
right?
suppliers, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes,
supplier.
those are not for the supplier.
This is correct. This is for
Sorry for the interruption.
No problem, thanks. Delivery issue for supplier.
No, we will have issues, no, from the
What
supplier.
this delivery is, then they're trying to attempt a delivery.
this is
They're not getting
terms
it.
of
Yes,
Facility.
again same issues. Same issues.
No,
No.
that's it.
they have
So,
less
for
than 6
example,
months shelf life.
Expiry issues will be there if it is
Meaning supplier is the one who's gonna bring in the medicine and give
not
it
to us. There are direct delivery.
Chalo, direct delivery,
Those
okay.
small, to small
They're
facilities.
already
To the big facilities.
Sorry, to big facilities, yes.
So they have already received an order from our side.
Yes.
Please send 1,000 boxes of paracetamol to Benzina,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And now they're calling up and saying that I don't have 1,000 boxes, I have only 800.
That they won't
No.
call.
That they will not call.
Call नहीं करेंगे उसको.
No, they will call. For example, we're trying to attempt the delivery, but Vincina is not accepting a delivery. They are attempting to deliver, but Vincina is not accepting the
Okay.
delivery because being the first of all maybe they are delivering on the wrong day or whatsoever reasons.
So this they can't sort out themselves. They
No, so I'll tell you, I'll tell you what happens is that all the deliveries for the big groups, they have been assigned a particular day of the week. That you have to go and deliver to Benzina only on this day, to CCAD only on Tuesdays, to M42 only on this day, right? So for the big groups, the suppliers have to call in advance and arrange a delivery slot, right? So most of the times what happens, they get a reply that yes, your slot is booked, come and deliver on this point. But if in case they don't get a response, so it could be they're trying to attempt a delivery, but they're not getting a response. They have products which are less than 6 months of shelf life. What do? They're not getting a response from these HCP.
Suppliers will panic, especially when the date is nearby. For example, now 17th the delivery. They have already sent the message earlier, but the healthcare provider has not responded to them. So 16th they will call us and you know what, we are trying to deliver for the say 17th. They are not responding.
Okay, fine. So in this scenario, these kind of scenarios, what will the agent do?
So in terms of less stock or this kind of an expiry kind of an issue, we'll ask them whether there is a UTL or not. If there is no UTL or no applicability, we'll ask them to replenish, restock the correct item and bring it to them.
And this will be by Shafafir? Or how we do it?
Shafafia is
Yeah, I understand, but the thing is regarding your pledgement right now. So
the
I
expiry, the lot and details would be by the supplier which they will be delivering, right?
okay, so we will communicate with the supplier.
Yeah, the supplier is one who's going to call us for this.
Supplier
Okay.
is calling us and saying that I'm facing this problem.
Okay.
So what the
They
agent
are
will
not
do?
accepting. For example, they will call it. They will say they are not accepting the delivery.
Wait. Before, see, not just look at it from the agent perspective. The agent has received the call, okay? The supplier saying, I'm so and so. Now the agent has to go into Oracle, pull up the profile of the
Correct.
supplier, right?
Correct.
Open up that particular delivery note or the list of items which are to be delivered. Once he is over there and he sees that, okay, fine, this is the order which he's trying to deliver. Now he's saying that, the Benzina is not accepting it.
Correct.
What should I do? So from there onwards, so इसके अंदर
So-
Oracle आ गया आपका, ठीक है? We need those screens, that particular details for the agent to view. So now what will the agent do?
So that's what. So the thing over here is that
Actually, I'm thinking what.
yeah. So what he can do. I mean, if I call, that's what I was looking at it because the thing is that, for example, now I'm City Pharmacy and calling you, brother. You know what? Benzina is not accepting my medications. So whatever you look at doesn't make any sense. So you have to understand what's the issue. So only thing which you can do is raise the ticket and escalate to the respective CAM manager.
Okay.
You understood? So, and this one, it'll be on high priority. This kind of thing, if they are not able to receive, it'll go to high priority.
Escalate to campaign managers.
CAM, key account manager.
Key account manager. Okay.
Okay. Once it escalates to the key account manager, the key account manager will directly connect with the healthcare provider.
Fine.
They
So
will
now the
recognize
key account manager will take care
Then
of
they
it.
will take
Okay.
it. I think that is the right way to do it, right?
Yeah, if it is
And it will be same for expiry and those inquiries or different?
No, this is in case if they are not receiving. So first we have to ask them.
Okay,
There are
that's
a
the
couple of
case.
questions which you have to ask.
So we need those specific
Like,
questions.
okay, fine, they are not receiving it. So we should first understand why they are not receiving it.
Okay.
If it's regarding expiry, we have a protocol of 50%.
Half-life, it's 3 years, and it's almost like half-life of the medicine.
Half-life, yes.
Half-life, yes.
So that is
50%.
Yeah, 50%.
of the shelf life should be there. If not, you have to automatically, we cannot do it, or you have to have mutual this thing that they have to speak in between.
Mhm.
But however, a ticket has to be raised again for that, because the CAM should be aware. CAM will also communicate with the team that is will deliver this item to you. However, for now we cannot provide like they will replenish it, or that kind of a thing. The second thing will be regarding partial. Sorry, this is which one? Deliveries.
Yeah.
So delivery issues.
SCP not responding.
Supplier delivery.
Yeah, gate pass issue. Gate pass issue again. Gate pass, should they call directly?
If this is basically if they are not getting a response from the SCP.
Yeah, because this is at the end. This would be like when you are not getting a response from the HCP, then they will call. Directly, all their queries should be directly reverted to the CAMs.
Should we have a line that the customer agent calls up the
That's what I was
stock
asking.
at HCP?
That's what I was asking. Like,
And yeah, just be on the line. I will quickly check with the HCP and get back to you. So he puts the line on hold for 2-5 minutes, quickly check, calls up the HCP healthcare provider and says that this guy is attempting to deliver, he has dropped a mail, please respond. What is the issue? So then it's closed. In case,
in case of they didn't even
What if
answer.
they didn't
then it goes to the CAM.
yeah.
So it's like as a steps, okay?
Yes.
We can directly check with them, and if it's not,
Correct.
we have to raise it over.
Raise it with the healthcare provider.
Healthcare,
If not, then the CAM intervenes.
Okay, okay.
So for example, if it's Ahalya, we already have a person. You would have to, the person have to call this person and check,
Yeah.
which is Amaraj Vadur, and tell them that we are trying to deliver, but you guys are not receiving it. Is there an issue? If okay, yeah, that can be also done.
Correct. For example, now Amaraj is traveling, he's not in the country, right? Actually, this is the scenario.
So
And
we're
that's what
going.
responsibility.
So the action we're going to take it from our end.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
better.
Okay, do the system showing these details, like if I have order, okay, and this is the health provider, whoever, is it show in the order itself so I can check on the system to be updated who's here, who's
Is
not?
it mentioned the delivery person's name and contact details?
No.
No? Okay. And Oracle will pull this information up?
Oracle can pull it, or we have all the details in Excel.
Excel, okay. This can be then a separate sheet for you. Or else we can link.
Can be done.
What?
We can provide. I mean, these details can
Yes, it can
It can be shown on the system.
Because already
Because it
all these
helps.
people, especially if you see over here, these all guys are registered.
Okay, then
All this completed are all Oracle
should
Fusion
give the
onboarded
new
guys,
facility.
and these details are already there in the system.
can be done.
So it can be done.
Good. So right now, if I receive the call as agent, I'm having supplier call me. Okay, sorry, they called me and they need right now. I have issue with my order. Okay, system, let me check on my system. Here are the details. So let me check with the facility as it will show on system. If not, I have to raise a concern to the concerned department, whoever, and then I have to send email. And thus, people for escalating the email will be showing also on system. Will have to be referred back here to the Excel sheet.
That one again, you have to go to the same system. For example, now on this one, this is the one. For example, now over here, if you check Noor Al Ahalya, so this will be for us. I'm right.
Okay, you know.
Yeah, for us.
But in system it's not, because in system it will make everything clear, even for
Yes, it will show in the
responses
system.
quickly, so we can see it as.
can be integrated.
Do you see the extracted from the system?
No, this is also manually created.
We will not be doing.
We will give you
We will check.
If you can merge it, it will be much
Yeah.
better.
So when you enter the healthcare provider name,
I will
it
see
shows-
everything.
You chose who's the contact person, who's the CAM, who's the
Exactly.
yeah. Fine. We'll get that done. Right?
How complicated is supply chain?
It's too much of manual work. This is like nothing compared to the manual work we're doing. I think it's better. The first question you ask is: have you written down? Have you connected with the healthcare provider? Have you tried to call the healthcare provider? Ensure that this guy has exhausted all the
Other thing,
options.
again, the other thing which happens is that, for example, if in healthcare, if the supply reaches over there, for example, now they are asked him to wait for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, that has also happened.
Yes.
So directly they call us up. They're like, you know what? Sorry. your time is showing 7 o'clock. I was wondering why it's showing 7 o'clock suddenly.
No,
I
it
was so
stopped
late.
working today morning.
I should not
Forget about it.
Why is it so late already? No, I think I've been so late.
Like even yesterday it happened, my laptop switched to Chinese time zone.
In Instagram,
Or,
right?
time to go.
Yes, the shift's over.
Yesterday, and I was like sitting at 7:30.
No, I mean like 7 and I was like, oh my god, is it so late? Yeah. So basically they'll directly call us saying that, they have been putting us to wait for 2 hours or 3 hours. They are saying that you have to remove the price sticker, put the price sticker, or there might be like that so many silly issues they will be calling and they will calling us. So in that time also we need someone directly speaking to the Puttur.
Yeah.
Focus.
So we need to directly call up those kind of concerns happen. So like they are at the spot, automatically you guys have to call up the camps.
Okay.
There won't be any other thing because otherwise, these guys might be standing over for 2 hours, 3 hours, or they might have told something which is actually impossible. For example, last time these guys came and told that we have 10,000 pallets to brand it. I mean, put price sticker on 10,000 pallets. If you tell someone to do it, it's not manually. It's not possible in 3 months. So, yeah, so it's not a humanly possible task to do something like that. So when like this kind of things get stuck, can directly escalate, especially if they are on the place, like if they are there, directly can escalate to the camp, directly give a call to the camp and close it.
And what can people will do in such scenarios?
People have not the SPOC data, they have the chief data. Chief's contact details or someone at the top level who they can speak to and fix it immediately.
To process the thing.
Yeah. So directly much faster action can be taken. But we are calling, for example, this guy, for example, Amaraj Varu is just an assistant manager of the store. But the camps know the direct operations head or director level people over there who's already connected with them. They'll say, what the supplier is waiting for you guys over there, and it's been 2 hours, no response. And there might be sometimes controlled medications with them, not controlled, temperature controlled medications.
Yes.
With them, and they might be having something might go so wrong. So we need to define a line. We check with the supply chain and we let you know.
Okay.
So that can be escalated to the TAC cam then.
Okay, cool.
I have already taken down, so we will update DAT on that also, right?
All right, so payment related, delivery issue, supplier related, any other issue which they might call us for? What could be any other?
Registered suppliers will then call us for.
Do we have such inquiries of I want to register a new medicine? What is the process? I know it's for DOH.
No, that's what that
It's DOH.
the same thing. So those kinds of queries will definitely come in. So that again being if it is UPP or non-UPP, we have to first understand.
Okay.
If it is UPP drug, automatically the details should be diverted to DOH.
DOH.
But if it is a new drug which has been registered and they want to introduce an item over here or whatsoever it is, first of all the request should come from the healthcare providers as well.
Okay.
But if there's any change of this thing and they want to update it to us, that time we will give an email ID from the non-UPP team, from the pharma as well as the forecasting planning team. So basically there will be a document, the MOHAB,
Ministry of Health.
Ministry of Health.
Yes.
Not the DOH one.
It's a Ministry of Health for the medicine registration. Because I'm expecting such scenarios because we faced it before.
Correct.
Even for people who have products from outside of the country,
Correct.
they want to register to have to be registered here.
Yes.
So it's very different process. So do we
In this
supposed to have one choice to register a new medicine or new product?
No, this one will be happening in other queries only because this one, for example, now it's been 3 months. We just received, I think, 2 or 3 emails of registration of changing the product.
Okay.
3 or 4 requests only come in the last. It's just very rarely which
Okay.
happen in UPP. But I'm sure in the other one it will be happening more. But still, I don't think it will be happening because again, it's a healthcare provider must request. Okay, fine, this medication. For example,
Okay.
Janamet XR. They're saying okay, not Janamet XR. They are going for only Janamet ABC, something
Okay.
else.
I just mentioned because it wasn't the FAQ. That's why.
No.
When they read the question.
Those will come more in the other scope.
Okay.
Compared to our scope.
Okay.
But definitely that can come up. So if it comes up, DO, the UPP directly DOH. If it is a thing, inform the healthcare provider and inform our procurement and this staff. We'll just give them email ID, let them send it to them.
Okay.
You have that email ID?
Yeah, procurement email IDs, right?
We'll have to share all those. You have to keep.
Or the non-UPP, right?
Yeah.
Non-UPP. ID for non-UPP.
Yes, by all the 3 departments.
Okay, the next one is with regards to customer queries, order or delivery status. So what kind of a question could come over here? That my order has not been received.
Yes.
Damage it, the quantity.
Okay, so not received, damaged.
Guys, you guys want to break because your lunch is already there.
That's fine.
It's okay. Let's
They're on
go.
lunch. It's
Oh.
actually waiting over the phone stomach. Like, yeah, 40 minutes.
Yeah, let's take a coffee break then. You guys have lunch.
Let's take a quick break. Yes, yes.
Okay.
We'll break it here.
We can
It's in the
continue
budget.
and then finish.
Huh?
Sorry?
We can complete and then
Whatever is okay with you.
We have
As you feel
we have a lunch. We have
We can continue. Okay.
Yeah,
We can
because we
continue.
need to
Just
finalize it
we don't
first.
want
So
to.
we have these 2 things to cover.
Yeah.
Then we can go. Okay.
Okay.
So customer side, the order delivery status, it could be not received, it is damaged, quantity not matching.
Or incorrect product delivered.
You can please see.
Late
Yeah.
delivery, but that might be.
That is where the order is not received.
Not received. Maybe the expiry thing or expiry, it happens.
So as per our agreement, that any delivery that either Rafid does, so there are 2 parts of the deliveries, right? One is done by direct suppliers,
Supplier.
one is part is done by Rafid, right? We internally ensure, or this is a commitment that we have given to our healthcare provider, that we will
It's
deliver at
matching
least
the agreement.
50%.
Okay.
50% of the remaining shelf life. If it is less than 6 months or if it is less than 50%, then the typical norm is that you give an undertaking letter. It's called a UTL. The supplier will give an undertaking letter that in case you're not able to sell this product and it expires, then I can take it back. Okay? So only if it is less than 50%. Right? So this UTL is a terminology that that gets used, and a lot of time then they will ask you, is it with UTL, without UTL? So that is something for the supplier to answer, right?
So will the agent have the view to it?
No, only when the supplier gives or shares.
So it's not updated in our Oracle
No,
system
it's not
anywhere?
there. Because supplier deliveries, we will not know once the order is given to them. We will not know what is he actually doing with it. How much is he delivering? What is he delivering? Quantities? We don't have any visibility.
We have visibility of the UTL which is coming to Rafid. For example, apart from the 7 suppliers, all the other suppliers which are coming in, we know UTL yes, UTL no, they'll be marking in the system. So in that one, when they're pulling up from the Oracle Fusion, UTL will be there.
Okay.
So this query might come for us because, for example, if there is an item which we are delivering it
Yeah.
for the rest of the 53 suppliers, on behalf of them, when we are delivering to the healthcare provider,
And if we have issued a UTL, that will be updated in the system.
yes.
But we don't have any trackability for the orders were done by the suppliers. So in case he wants to complain about something were done by the supplier, we will tell him to get back to them, or we can. And since we don't have a trackability for this,
So the same way you did a forward communication with the healthcare provider, probably just hold on, ask him to keep on hold, immediately call the supplier.
okay. So we will contact the supplier back,
Yeah.
and there is a spoke for.
That's right. You will have that.
Okay.
Achha, for the suppliers also we have.
For suppliers as well. Yes.
Good, good. So
But
we
I
have the
think-
key account manager type of person, right?
Yes. Right?
We have, but I don't think that is.
I'm not sure how responsive they are.
That's one thing, and I don't think they can also fetch that
على طول.
upon just a call, because we're talking about a lot of lines.
So in that case, we need email IDs.
Yeah.
Where an email is sent out to them
Yes.
with those set of information so that they can respond.
Because this is what we have actually internally. So over here, for example, now you're calling up Aline. So Aline, we'll be able to know whether it's controlled, non-controlled, delivery, not delivery. And these are the email IDs. We also have the mobile numbers. But again, but I think this will be better.
We'll have to give you an email ID as well, customercare@rafid.com.
Yeah, this will be better. Like
Right.
we are doing in Pura, we have an email officially for we're using, and also we're tracking the images, the incomings and what we sent, and we can make a track.
What all are you guys taking care of? Now I need to
Huh?
mark the. I use Davak, I use Pura.
Really?
Now we know.
The queen of Dawak and Pure is here.
So we'll create an email ID, customercare@rafid.com, rafiduae.com.
When Davak is coming for delivery, they have no issues. Huh?
No.
No, they don't
Of
have.
course, there is
We have a lot of fish. A lot
We have a lot of
of
fishes.
a lot of fishes regarding the delivery
Especially
in
from
Dawak.
Rafid, by the way.
Acha, so
So just before that, when it comes to one more step back, when the customer will call that I have not received the delivery. So now we know that deliveries are two-part. One is the Rafid delivery and one is the direct supplier delivery.
Suppliers
Right? Typically, customer will not know what is delivered by Rafid, what is delivered by direct delivery, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So when they ask you this question, there should be a way to know, right? But what delivery are you talking about?
Yeah.
So they'll go to Oracle?
If it is regarding the supplier,
No, but then they will say my delivery is due on Tuesday. I have not yet received anything. So they do not know which supplier is delivering.
say for example, Benzina, somebody calls from there and says that I have not received my medication.
My weekly order.
My weekly order I have not received. So now the agent will take the details for Benzina,
Correct.
put it into your Oracle system, and then over there he will possibly go and check what all orders were due for them this week.
Correct. There it will show the split by Rafid, the Gulf Drug and all the suppliers.
So over there it shows that it was supposed to be sent by Gulf Drugs, okay, which they have not seen. So now in this scenario they'll have to contact Gulf Drug agent.
There will be 5-6 suppliers that will show up for that particular week. In 1 week there will be 6 to 7 suppliers. One will be Rafid,
Okay.
which surely would be delivered, which you can see in the system that is delivered and closed.
Okay.
Right? We can pull that information from Oracle, right? Rafid deliveries. Then you can come back and say that Rafid was supposed to deliver, they have delivered all these things. I can see 2-3 pending deliveries. So has any of these guys attempted to make a connect with you? They'll say, okay, fine, this is done, only this is pending. This guy has not called me. So then you will know that Gulf Drug is pending.
So will the Benzina guy call us and tell us specifically which particular
No,
supplier?
they will not know.
So they will just say that my order did not come in, and
Yeah.
if my system shows 5 orders are supposed to go,
Correct.
then how do I zero in?
There is a kind
To
of
which one?
verification. Yes, we can know which order, like the medicines
How do I
included,
know?
or what will be the verification. We can know.
for example, when a DO is created or something like that, do we have, or we can provide, like for example now, just like I said, supplier might have called for the DO number 1234, okay, and they are telling that we are trying to make the delivery, it was not possible. They are just print us. If they can give some notes on that, then again now Benzina is calling and saying, you know what, on DO number 1234, we are not receiving the delivery. Why we have not received it? So
But they do, the healthcare providers are receiving the DOs? Preemptive?
No.
Only at the time of
So
delivery.
then there should be some kind of a unique thing which they should be receiving. Like for CCD, they're receiving now.
That is just exception, right?
Exception.
That's one outlier.
So then how else will they know what delivery is?
Exactly, they don't know. They just see that this is the consumption that has happened and they expect that to be fulfilled. They will not know which supplier or who is Rafid or how much is Rafid is coming up with.
So what is actually a current process for this issue or this type of for complaint?
Can I ask you then how is Hisham and other guys are actually sending us these things are pending?
Yeah, because then the healthcare provider says that fine, I've received delivery from Alphamed and Pharma Trade, but Gulf Drug has not made any delivery.
Correct. If you remember, Hisham had sent some time back regarding all the like around 100 drugs, this many things. Then I sent him an email back.
So they downloaded from their pending replenishment. So the healthcare provider, he on an ongoing rolling basis see what is pending to be replenished. And then that is the view he downloads and send it out. But it is not by provider. It is not by supplier.
But it was supplier shown.
When we had a meeting with those suppliers on your stores, we had a screenshot of the system, and it was showing the order details and even medication, and they have like some reference number for every order. This was just like
Yeah, so the healthcare provider will not have that.
Not
but we cannot have such access because it's giving all details.
Yeah.
But they don't have the reference number, so they can't tell us to check which. There should be a way to verify which order.
So ideally the flow should be,
We will just check on this and we'll just come back to
Of
you.
course, there is an order number.
Maybe if they
there will be
know.
lots of orders number. Because like we work on a weekly replenishment. For the big pharmacies, the big groups, we will replenish every week. For the small ones, will be probably fortnightly.
A facility number or facility license is showing on system if I'm registered.
Yes.
So we can take it as your facility license number and your
Yes.
date of your order, and that's it.
So there is a slight twist to that. Again, so what happens, let's say you are Benzina, okay?
Okay.
So Benzina, the model works that there is one single drop location,
Yes.
okay?
Okay.
Benzina has 50 facilities.
Yes.
So Rafid is not going to drop to all the 50 locations. Rafid is only drop to one location.
One location.
So the
Okay.
facility numbers are for these facilities. Okay? Again, there are 3 different categories of drugs. Let's say 2 different categories. One is normal drugs, one is controlled drugs, and third is semi-controlled drugs. Only these 2 will be directly delivered to the facility.
Yes.
The normal drug will be at the central drop location. Okay?
Okay.
So that is little complicated here. So what happens is, now if they consume 500 packs in the previous week, 500 quantity, this 500 is first split into what is Rafid and what is direct delivery. Then Rafid, they check what is normal drug and what is controlled drug or semi-controlled drug. Same, normal drug and semi-controlled drug, controlled drug or semi-controlled drug. All the normal drugs will directly go to the central location. Rafid also will deliver it, direct delivery will also deliver it. Only these will go to individual facilities.
Okay.
So when the customer calls, he will not differentiate in all these things. Most likely Benzina at the central location will call because the majority chunk of the delivery will happen here. Okay? So now this is week 1. Now comes week 2. So week 1 consumption will get fulfilled here, week 2.
It will do, yes.
But if there's some delay, this becomes week 3. If he's calling you in week 3, you will see some orders which are open for week 2 and week 1 as well,
Which is not delivered before.
which is not delivered before, which is actually the situation now, right? The direct delivery, the suppliers, they are delivering today for the orders of June, 1 month previous. They are not delivering it. So they should not have done that, but okay, since initial system stabilizing, teething issues, they are delivering it now.
But in this scenario, so you're saying that the guy from the Benzina will be calling up and then checking on the order delivery. Is it possible that the multiple facilities which are under Benzina, that
Yeah.
somebody from there can also call us up?
They might, but I think they don't have the contact details, right?
Although
Maybe.
number to jayega to everybody will have.
They
So
will.
once the number goes in directly,
Ah.
they can call. Now, for example, this is the list. If you remember, this one list, this one Hisham shared with us saying that Alien Pharmacy team has not received these medications.
Okay.
That also these are controlled
Supplier
items.
name is there. Okay.
Yeah. So in this one, if it's 78 items with supplier name, it has actually come out.
Okay.
So I think when they are able to pull it out, they are able to see as either Rafid or the supplier.
Okay. Okay. So this is the HCP view.
Yeah. So the thing is that we don't know what HCP is seeing. Because
Maybe only Rajesh knows. We'll call him at the end of the meeting again.
So I think when they are pulling out their info, they are able to see the supplier view. So this one, this is a control medication. So all the 24 suppliers will be in this list. We all are dealing with direct delivery.
So again, coming back to the question now, Benzina calls up and says that my weekly delivery has not come. What
Isn't
should be
that-
my
this
next
is
question? What should be my next
HCP
question?
view? So they can see the supplier.
No,
We
no,
said that's our
supplier is
contract.
afterwards. What should be the question from the agent side? If somebody calls up from Benzina saying that this weekly delivery has not arrived, what should I ask him?
Do they know, like for example,
What information should I have to collect from the Benzina?
Before I start looking up.
We'll ask them to, we'll check and we'll get back to you. That's the only option they can do.
Sorry, come again. What is the question?
For example, now Benzina is calling and saying that, this week's shipment we have not got delivered. Okay. None of it is, for example, they'll be able to know whether it's colored or like this, they'll be able to know. But they will not know what items will be there or not.
What item was supposed to be delivered this week?
Yeah, so if that happens, we
cannot ask if you raised your weekly update or no.
They don't have to do anything. It's all automatic.
Or work automatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was actually coming to that point. So when Benzina calls, probably when you pull up the details, it will show you that which day of the week they can expect a delivery. Because we have formalized that on Monday, we will download the report. By Wednesday, Rafid will do the delivery. By Friday, direct deliveries will happen. Suppliers will make the delivery, right?
Okay.
So let's say if Benzina, their report was to be generated on Monday, and they are calling you on Thursday. So from the Oracle data or this sheet, you will know that, okay, fine, today is Thursday, so Rafid would have already been delivered. So you only check the POs that were raised in this week.
Okay.
That will be a little manual check, but then the trick will be that this date is moving for all the healthcare providers. For Benzina, it's Monday. For Cleveland, it's Tuesday. For Burjeel, it's Wednesday. It's keep on changing. I'm like, for each provider has a different date.
So do we verify with the customer that are you calling us up for the delivery?
He would not know. He would himself not know.
We cannot have like color indication that it's like green, red, or yellow, whatever in system to showing that it has been raised. It's over this because as it's different date and it keep on changing. So even if I tell my agent for training that it's expected 5 days or 6 days, this will not making any sense.
So
but
maybe
if
we'll
it's
check, Atul, that in this dashboard, when they select Benzina, they should give the entire list of open POs or the purchase orders and then gives the status whether it's closed and open. So purchase order, date when it was created, then who is the supplier, Rafid or this supplier, and the need by date. Right? So each PO or DO has a need by date. And then by that need by date is when they should deliver for sure. Right?
Okay.
So then you can check today is 12th, need by is 13th. You can say, okay, fine, please wait till tomorrow because tomorrow is your delivery date. If it is already passed, you ask them that, are you sure none of them have delivered or who has not delivered? So that we'll have to check with them. That you will see Gulf Drug, Pharma Trade, blah, blah, blah. There will be a list of suppliers that is open.
Okay, so in a scenario wherein they say that we have not received it, the order was supposed to be delivered on Monday. Today is Wednesday, it has not come in.
Correct. Monday was my delivery date.
It has not come in.
Correct.
Now what's the next step? Now what we do?
We should have SOP because call center would be the front line for Rafid, right? Okay.
Yes.
And
Yeah, that's
people
what
also
we are
for the
making,
customer experience also.
Correct.
We have
So
to
now,
consider this.
so what do we do in that scenario?
So now the way that we find out whether these direct deliveries are happen or not, we rely on these guys, direct delivery suppliers, to come back and update their deliveries into our portal, into our system.
Okay.
So of course they are not very prompt, they do not do it daily.
So
They
this
probably do
particular
it-
portal is linked to our Oracle?
iSupply.
Yes.
So they upload their GRNs and DOs on iSupply.
Yes.
Okay, so if the agent pulls up the complete order details on Oracle, he will get to see if the direct delivery supplier has actually updated it or not. It has delivered or not. Okay.
But they are not very proactive in that
Yes, I
front.
understand.
So they would have most likely delivered, but it's not showing in our system. Even we would not know.
So in that scenario, is there any point of contact we can reach out to or escalate?
Yeah, maybe call the suppliers and ask that you're supposed to make
But
this
that
delivery.
cannot be done immediately. So that's why I said once if this is done, then that we raise a ticket against this,
Yeah.
and then after that they can directly call and check with one of the SPOCs of the supplier team to check with them and get back a
So
feedback.
then in that case, that's a good point. Then let's raise an alarming stinker to the supplier. within a formatted subject line.
Yes.
Benzina,
Yeah.
drug, this PO is not yet delivered. Kindly
You know,
update us.
currently, what we're doing is that now the
You're validating.
CAMs are sending it to me, and I'm
Yeah.
raising it to the supplier and asking guys why is it not
Correct.
delivered.
Oh, so exactly. So what you are doing right now, हमें वही उसी
My
process
work will be
को.
little lesser.
Okay, we'll not do it. You do it. Everybody send it to Jimmy.
But we need to see the system. Yeah, I need to see the view
Yeah,
for the orders
so
and the building.
He's going to
He will design it, don't worry.
Yes.
He will design it.
Prepare the
He
dashboard.
will design it as per your convenience. So we are just absorbing what all things are needed, then he will design it, and then we can move it
We
around.
need a raw format and then the dashboard
Yeah.
look like which column you need in circular format, which column you need in tabular format, something which will get
Correct.
the data from your end. Then we can show it to you.
Okay.
It is achievable or not.
So currently, like how you see, like what question which you ask me right now. So what I do is that I just create an email.
And you are all of this tracking by manual? By
Yes, I'm
email?
doing it all manually. So we send them the request saying that, guys, what is happening? We have not got the order. Please give us a feedback.
Greetings
Can I see
and
the
kindly review your stinker थोड़ी हुआ.
Well, I mean, I know they know that I'm using this, so automatically. So this one we'll be having. This one we are sending to Alithya Drugstore. It'll be having Alithya Drugstore details. These are the items which are supposed to deliver to them by.
But right now you already have, you know what is actually the
Because this we got from the healthcare provider,
Healthcare provider.
that
So-
we did not receive these products.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what we are. You should ask them to send you this. Okay, fine. If you have some data, send us what is pending. We will raise it with them and we'll connect and we'll get back to you next 24 hours only.
Okay.
Okay, so in that particular scenario, email to the supplier.
Stinker.
Yeah.
They
And we
will
get
know
back
what's
to it.
missing. Like this Excel sheet includes the medications,
Which
so
are not
the
delivered.
agents will be able to pull up this list of. So they can tell the
No,
supplier.
they cannot pull this out. This is something which is provided by the healthcare provider to us.
Okay, so how
the
we
agent
Now
should
you are
ask.
verifying, okay, that this request which raised from the suppliers or from the healthcare provider, this is correct and accurate items missing.
This is a replenishment list.
So both of the facilities has a copy of this. Like when I tell, for example, this is for Ittihad. When I tell Ittihad that Al Ain Pharmacy Group didn't receive their delivery for today, they know what's missing.
Correct.
Okay, so I don't need to mention to them that Rixapine and everything. They know what's already missing since they already pulled up this report from the
Because
portal.
one time I remember Anirudh, he said,
Wait, the way you drafted this email, you attach this particular attachment to the email. Will the agent be able to pull out these details from the system and attach?
That's what I said. The agent should ask the healthcare provider to share the details.
So he will send us the email
That
of
is the
this.
thing.
वो capture करना मुश्किल हो
No,
जाएगा.
that's the thing, because that's the only way. What I was trying to say is that, what we are actually raising a POs. When some of the POs being raised, that's when this is happening.
Yeah, so then at max what we can do is, we can download the DO or download the PO.
Because the agent can actually be, okay, fine, for example, now
Yeah.
this is happening, then they can see that what the PO is raised.
Yes,
Okay.
and they can send us
And
PO
one thing is
data.
that if the PO is raised, only that they can send it. That makes more sense. For example, now this one came, we directly sent it.
Ah.
But this might be because our PO is not raised from our end also. Not
Exactly. So we should not ask the supplier, the healthcare provider, to tell what is not delivered, because he will give you the pending replenishment.
Correct.
He will download full and he send it to you.
So what? So we should give them an access, like they can open, for example, now the last replenishment.
This here, it comes back to here again. Oh yeah, sorry. It comes back to here that which supplier has not delivered, and for that supplier you pick up the last order and download that and saying that please update which of these items have been delivered or not delivered.
No, will they be able to see as per this list? Can they see the replenishment order?
Yeah, so which is what I'm
PO
saying.
generation. For example, now you see we have PO generation now for Hylias on Tuesday.
This is what I said. No, okay, when they pull up the healthcare provider, it should show the table that these are the orders that has been created, these are supplier, and this is the need by date. So they will see the need by date.
Okay. So if the need by date is a date of last week
Yeah.
and the and the healthcare provider is saying that I have not received this particular order, so they will see the PO number mentioned.
That's right. Then you can click and download the PO or just the PO number.
Exactly what I meant. We should be able to then open the PO, download it, attach an email, send it to the supplier.
If not download, we can take the PO as a reference because the PO number goes then to them as well, right?
In Excel, how will be done the PO details? Excel.
आप सब कुछ हाँ बोल रहे हो बाद में नहीं
This is something which is already there.
No, you do one thing, you absorb everything and then you tell us what is can be done quickly, what will take time and all these things.
Yeah. So I'll just check with my technical team.
Yeah.
Then I need the format.
Now it feels very easy. I was like, oh my god, it is so simple.
Look at the answer that he gave like a customer executive. Okay, let me check with my technical.
That's what always knowledge mind sound is really not This is.
So do you have view for all this or?
He will create it. Specifically for this. So this data is available.
So the data is available, the columns are available. If the name is same as in the system, then we can create a dashboard as per your requirement.
Okay.
That is what it is.
Now, when it comes to damage or quantity not matching, this again is a similar kind of whether
This
it's
thing
done by.
definitely has to go back to supplier and come back.
Correct.
So we'll say, okay, fine. What is the issue? Please, let them explain to you.
So when we say let them explain, so what all things should we ask
You will
them?
require the DO number
Okay,
for damaged, missing goods or over quantities.
incorrect product also.
Incorrect product. All
So we will ask for,
Once item is received, then we require the DO number,
okay, D
line number,
line number, okay.
yeah, and the product number, like the
What is the name of the product?
product.
What is the issue?
That product number.
DOH.
No, only the product number is enough.
Yeah, product number.
Because again, for example, now the guy who's telling from there, he might be saying
Okay.
some other language. We not understand numbers better, so that
Yeah, okay.
Take it.
Because just
Product number and then the issue.
Yeah,
Okay, so once we get all these things, we put it into email and send it to the supplier.
supplier.
Once he gets the DO number, he will be able to pull it out from the system as well. What DO is he referring to?
Correct.
But DO is fine, but DO could have like 15 line items and there is issue only with 2 of them,
Correct.
right? So we need the line number also.
Yes.
Line
So
number
email
and the
to-
product number will get. It will directly target you.
Sure. Now, what is the expectation from the supplier on this? How quickly do we expect them to
You need to
respond
actually set a
back?
And the
timeline with the
service level
supplier
also
for this.
for the reply.
Turnaround.
Kindly revert within that email should go. The stinker email should go. Kindly treat this email as urgently.
Otherwise,
reply
also we
within
should let them know
24
in advance
hours.
that all emails are coming out, all mails.
So
See.
within 24 hours, they should have a reply from the
Yes.
suppliers. Okay,
Yes.
what is not done, it will be as like a follow-up.
Correct.
And in case, whenever they are responding back to it, are they supposed to copy us on their response?
Who? The supplier?
Supplier, if the supplier is getting back to the customer, are they supposed to copy us on the response?
No, so in
How
this
do we
case-
know whether it's up
In
to
this
the
case, the communication between the contact center and the supplier only. The healthcare provider will not get involved.
No. So here it is with us and the supplier.
Huh.
Now we have asked the supplier that you had these issues, please resolve them. Now when he's resolving the issue, suppose he's replacing a product or something. So will he get in touch with the customer directly or will he go through us?
Directly with the customer.
No, but he has to tell us.
No, but
How will we get to know
Yeah,
whether the issue is
Yeah,
resolved or
that
not?
definitely, I mean, yeah, okay, we can connect with the
Yeah, so he will reply back to us that this is the remedy and I will do this and this. We'll communicate to the healthcare provider and ask them to now you
he's
go.
asking, so automatically should one of the like the CAM or supply chain forecasting team should be aware. That's what he's asking.
Right. So once he replies to the resolution or remedy, then you can, when you're replying back to the healthcare provider, you can keep the CAM in the loop.
No, so ideally the supplier should keep the CAM in loop.
The supplier will give back to you, revert back to you. No, I did
He
everything.
will say that, okay, Dike, this is the dispute, I've already said the right
all
stuff.
email which is going out, we'll just set a protocol. All emails which is going to a supplier, okay,
Should have the CAM in it.
should have the CAM plus the vendor affairs team.
Supplier doesn't have CAMs, right?
Huh?
Supplier doesn't
No,
have
the CAM, the respective CAM of the healthcare provider.
Who's put the complaint?
Yes,
तो ये जो कस्टमर का कैम है वो इसके अंदर होगा.
yes.
वो इसका इनबॉक्स स्पैम हो गया फिर तो.
No, this all emails will be coming from one email, right?
Yeah.
It will automatically
Inbox. They'll filter because they'll be having a proper visibility of what's happening. It's only about theirs. So only spam will happen to the other guys, the small street pharmacy guys, no?
Correct.
Their email box will definitely get spam. That's a different story. But our core, the 35 products will be having divided 7 by 7. No?
So email to supplier asking for turnaround time, okay, and on this email we will CC the key account manager,
The CAM and the vendor affairs team.
vendor
All
affairs,
emails which are going to the vendors must be CC'd with the vendors
Okay.
team.
and we need a template for this
One
also.
step back. If there is an SLA for the health for the healthcare, yes, to split this like
Yeah.
24 hours
Yeah.
after they receive the order, 48 hours after, like in case
But like the
he
validity of
reported
the
that it's
complaint.
damaged after 3 days of receiving.
They
So
receive it
we
on
can tell
Tuesday.
him no, it's not
They
valid.
received the items on Tuesday, okay?
Till when they can
Till when they can complain
raise
about
this
Same
on
day.
the same
only
day.
same day.
Yeah.
If it happens like next day or after 2 days,
That's
after the
24 hours,
delivery.
that's it.
Not 24 hours.
Damaged goods.
That's very
I mean, like,
Or the lot,
in
there's a
powers,
timing and this thing.
latent defects can be detected anytime.
No, a damaged box, I'm saying they have to
Damage, you
report
have
it
to-
immediately.
Damaged will say, why did you accept it then?
Damage you're not supposed to accept first of all.
Yeah.
But in case if they opened up and inside that there's a manufacturing defect or some kind of thing or something like that.
So one is the non-latent defect, which is a visible defect, but then you detect it after the delivery, that is 48 hours. And then there is a latent defect that you discover.
But there is
after
something the
48
SLA
hours.
just mentioned, something the SLA is.
No, we are, yeah, there are points for that, we'll get, that we'll
We'll
have
check in
to,
the
yeah,
SLA.
yeah.
I remember we have
It's there
something
very
like that.
clearly mentioned.
That if you're sending it back, it should be within this much time or something
Yeah.
is there.
Damaged within 2 days, latent defect is.
No, definitely not. You've read it?
He is
I mean,
on
this
stage.
is.
He's on stage.
No, even according to DOH, I'm saying.
Acha, I'm getting far draft with the.
No, but that is vetted by the DOH.
We cannot request photo or proof for the
Yes.
damage.
We can ask.
Yeah,
But
in case
how we can know that it's done because of the delivery or something or not done by?
maybe those people will be expert about if it has some issues by
No,
manufacturer
but
or
this is, it should be clear, okay? When we can escalate this and
when it's already time out.
See, the thing is, our contact center agents are in no position to validate whether it's a valid complaint or an invalid complaint. Okay, so what we
That's
can
what I'm
do is,
talking about
we can
time.
just take the details, share it with the supplier and the CAM, and let them do the investigation. Okay? Because we don't have those kind of channels around here.
We're accepting it at any time, like.
Yeah, we will accept whatever they're saying. We are not passing a judgment that yes, what you said is correct.
Yeah.
We're just hearing you out and sharing it for investigation. That's it.
Because technically all the items which are going out of a warehouse, they have a protocol. So those kind of protocols are usually being followed. For example, now let it be even a small item, they will not dispense it like this. It has to come in a big box.
Yeah.
There is a minimum requirement of a box size. So even a small tablet, if you're taking it from, even if that has to come out of the security gate, it has to be in that box. Without that, will not come out.
Exactly.
And all our distributors are, the vendors are actually having ISO, their quality certifications. So
There are very strict guidelines around
guidelines
it.
are there. Actually.
Yeah.
So these are also the rarest of them. But more issues, damage will not come more. But we are having more issues. We'll be having on less quantity
Yes.
and more quantity. Because sometimes very common, which happened was that recently we had an item which was dispensed. It was mentioned as 360 doses. Okay.
Yeah, less
No,
362.
it was mentioned in 360 doses.
Okay.
But somehow, so what happened? It said nasal spray. So 360 doses means one spray has 120 doses. But what did our team do?
Okay.
We dispatched 360 inhalers, which has 360 into 120 doses.
Okay,
So you
okay.
understand? The huge
You said
quantity went
360
out. Instead of
inhalers.
sending this three
inhalers, you
we
said
sent out
360.
360 inhalers. We sent out.
Okay.
So this kind of things can happen.
Yes.
No, it's okay. That's
I
This
have
also
one
can
more
be
point.
escalated anytime. There is no, I mean, like we were talking
So
about the
can-
damage. I mean the list quantity.
Damage, that's what we'll check with SLA. I've taken that
Okay,
point
the
out.
damage is not like we cannot validate this, but if he's saying that he
Counting?
received less count than what he received, he can escalate this or report this anytime or the same day or
Automatically
48
what
hours.
happens is that
Adjust it on the next week.
Yeah, it is supposed to come in the next week. For example, now there are 100 quantities. He has only got 60. 40 will be coming
Over.
next.
That's only if and Nirod told us that's only if we knew that we sent more, but
Yeah, I remember.
in case
the
we
last-
didn't know,
last
we didn't
session,
report.
You said that.
Yeah.
So I
might
can
not-
I can use it.
Don't know.
So this 360 we only found out when they reported it.
They
to us.
report us, exactly. Otherwise,
Otherwise,
we
we'll never
don't know.
find out.
It will be lucky. Okay.
And the other ones, automatically, they have a DO copy. In the DO copy also, this item will be signed off that we have only received 60. or
Exactly.
100.
That's what I was saying. That if somebody saying I only received 60, then the whole paperwork should show
Yeah,
that
in the
60 was
paperwork-
only dispatched.
Yes, in the DO copy, if you see, it is also already mentioned that these items are only 60 received or how much is it? It is already. Almost.
Okay, all right.
The point of scheduling collection.
Yes. So collections earlier was part of the thing, but I think it's not happening anymore, right? Self-center.
We will not be involved for
And the
such.
self-center is no longer the arrangement. We will be delivering it for everyone,
Okay.
right?
Sorry, what's it? Self pickup is there.
Nahin. So yesterday Sandesh said that it's not there anymore. We'll be delivering to all the street pharmacies as well. Yeah. That's the latest development. We were doing the self-pickup centers, and that is
So if for all small promises you're going
Yeah.
to do this?
hopefully once the maturity comes in the system, we'll let you know. Right now, we are still also finding out. So changing by day.
Okay. I'll call some.
Yeah,
call
check with
Sandesh.
him.
I want to speak to him if you're calling him. Because he insulted me on this last day.
So Rafid has their own delivery.
Yes.
So you see in this one, they are already asking them to actually mention, have you received 25 quality?
But yeah, this is how the DO looks,
DO
delivery
looks.
order. We showed last time, right? I think.
No.
No, okay.
No.
So in this one, they actually tick yes or no. If no, mention the second. So out of this one, they might have received, so it's already mentioned 25, so it's on there. So similarly,
What's the secondary quantity?
it's the pack size.
So like secondary UOM pack of 50.
So nasal spray is of 120 doses, so the quantity will be 120.
Which quantity? Secondary or
No,
secondary?
primary quantity.
अच्छा doses के साथ जो होता है?
I don't know why we are calculating with that.
Why?
So that
Because the Oracle Fusion calculates it like that.
Let's say
that
Let's say
1250
Purane
is the
Baap.
number of the tablets, right?
But however,
The 1250 is the number of the tablets.
Yes.
Not, and it's 50 packs.
Yes.
Okay, and then
No,
25 boxes.
Not me.
No, it's a pack of 50, so 25 packs,
Blessings.
that makes 1250.
he calls it
Tablets.
Yeah.
Okay, so the counting by
Because
the.
one
the dose.
Oh, yes.
You cannot share between
That's
different
nice.
people, right?
No.
It has to go as a
even control medication things, it actually gets populated in the system once only a pack is completed. So point 4.
effective products.
Hi Sandesh, just to put it out. For the street pharmacies, they are doing the delivery or they are doing self pickup? You sure? Okay, because yeah, correct. Okay, because last time you told me that they'll be coming here and picking it. Is it? Okay, done.
And you look for any updates. Okay.
Fortnightly, right?
We should receive it from who is going to give us the new updates if there is
So
new
basically,
product.
who's the relationship manager for the contact center?
Yeah.
Jimmy. He's very good.
What?
बन गया बस हो गया हो गया
There is an update he doesn't know right now.
We just decided.
We have to check with sorry how we need to go on.
So generally, if any update happens in the system, any new
Process.
The process it changes.
so we'll keep them updated. It will be me or
Basically, you know,
Jimmy.
एक single point of contact रहता है जो कि
Actually, it's her baby. Call center was your thing, no?
No.
Call center was yours.
She was always a free rider along with us. Arsh passed it on to me.
It started with Shoaib. Then Arsh stepped in.
Correct.
Then Anirudh came in. She came in for 2-3 meetings.
Yeah.
That's it. See, that's why I didn't even remember her. No?
That's why I'm leaving now also. It has to be definitely either Jimmy or Anirudh.
Yeah, like one of us.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
One of us or both of us? Like any one of us actually. We keep on filling for each other, yeah.
See, in any, now 5 o'clock. Like for Nafid, you are getting into an outsourced, contact center relationship. So in the past, I've also worked with outsourced contact centers. Like I've worked in the outsourced contact center myself, Jetpack में. ठीक है? तो हमारा जो client side होता है, client से एक relationship manager होता है, जो कि who will be totally taking care of the team from the perspective that these are the new updates. Okay, the escalations which you've done with XYZ departments.
Okay.
They don't know you, but I know them, so I will get those things resolved. Okay. Because the SLAs, whichever they're with the contact center, are shared SLAs.